64 days into the presidential campaign trail, candidates continue to score the country for votes. Though for some, the real trail seems to be the smoke path left behind by police tear gas canisters. The season opened with surprising calm, almost suspiciously peaceful, as the country had collectively agreed to take a break from its usual election blockbuster scenes of chaos. But this political honeymoon didn't last long, particularly for NUP's Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu, whose return to campaign in the city was greeted with a now famous national opposition combo, tear gas with a side of panic. His rally in Kawempe last Monday was practically catered by the police. And since then, the meal plan has not changed. Day after day from Central Buganda to Jinja and Iganga, the air has been seasoned with tear gas, peppered with running battles, and in Iganga, even garnished with live bullets, one of which is suspected to have claimed a life. Yet in the midst of all this, the police charged with protecting the electoral process have confidently pointed the finger at the NUP. According to the Inspector General of Police, Abbas Byakagaba, the opposition has only itself to blame for provoking security forces. Their crime, rallies in trading centers, markets and roadside gatherings, essentially campaigning where they are not cleared to do so.
We have been witnessing rallies taking place in trading centers, markets, and along the roads, and also flouting traffic rules, which including driving or riding recklessly, being carried in dangerous manner in motor vehicles and motorcycles.
The NUP has also been accused of reckless traffic conduct, endangering supporters, and of course, the classic election season allegation, pelting stones at security forces, particularly in Iganga.
On November 28, 2025, in Iganga district, stones were thrown at officers immediately after the candidate concluded his campaign. Officers responded to the violence by dispersing the rowdy crowd, during which, unfortunately, one civilian fatality occurred.
Byakagaba insists last week's heavy-handed response was simply the consequence of built-up provocations that had stretched patience to its limit.
Behind the scenes, we have had a lot of provocations. You say, okay, maybe these people are going to understand that there is nothing we gain out of using some of these methods. But you see, everything has a limit. You don't cross the Rubicon because there is a Rubicon. If you cross it, what you deserve, you get.
Rewind to 3 weeks ago when the NUP presidential candidate rolled into Mbarara, an event that conveniently doubled as the unofficial grand opening of violence in this year's presidential campaign season. For days, the public scratched its collective head, wondering why the chaos had erupted in the first place. But the mystery was soon put to rest as the Inspector General of Police stepped forward to claim responsibility.
This was a planned operation following investigations into the activities which I have earlier enumerated. And I took a decision that now that investigations had reached a certain level, there was a need to arrest the suspects.
And when asked what exactly justifies reasonable force, he explained that tear gas is lawful in certain circumstances. Pressed further on whether shooting at an armed supporters by the army no less fits into those certain circumstances, he had this to say.
Response depends on the situation. Actually, I don't want to talk much. What do you think, Ijjo? What is your answer? Because you should be having the answer. We have already flashed the activities of NUP. Have you seen other activities of other parties? We have flashed for you the activities of NUP. Then are you asking me why we are following? We are charged with the preservation of law and order. Now when we see, remember by the way, we also have intelligence. When we see, and again we hear, are we supposed to sit back? Is that witch hunting? Can you categorize that as witch hunting? Actually, we should be thanked for being responsive to ensure that the situation remains stable and calm.
Police also admitted that they've been lenient with the NUP for repeatedly crossing the 6 p.m. campaign cutoff, but that generosity ends now. The new directive, cross 6 p.m. at your own risk.
Most of the times, Honorable Kyagulanyi's campaigns have gone beyond 6 p.m. Apart from the one in Iganga and I think Massacre. Why do you think it is happening? We are standing our ground. And we are saying, you cross 6, prepare for a response from us. Because our work is to enforce. Cross 6, we are there. You don't cross.
David Ijjo, NTV.